Alright guys, so now that you know your goals, we need to talk about how to hit these goals, okay? And this is where a lot of people go off. A lot of people think in order to lose weight, in order to get shredded, it's all about exercise. They hit the gym for 2 hours a day, they lift, they run on the treadmill like crazy. I'm sure you've even seen them in the gym right now, alright? And this is what tends to happen. A lot of people, when they exercise like crazy, they deplete their energy, they get super hungry, they end up cheating on some crazy food, they end up eating way more than what they're supposed to be eating. Because of that, they don't end up dropping weight. To be very honest with you, what I would recommend if you're using this for the first time, don't exercise. You might be thinking, really? Is that gonna work? Well, for me last year, when I dropped 25 pounds in 40 days, and we've coached a lot of people to lose a lot of weight, they didn't exercise. It is 80% diet, nutrition, supplementation, 20% everything else. So today I want to talk about the diet that's going to get you to your goals, okay? Let's talk about this. There's a couple staples here. The number one thing that I would be looking at is your protein count. And the reason is this. If you're losing weight, you don't want to be losing the wrong weight. I want to keep my muscle. I want to keep the things that make you look healthy. I want to make sure that I keep my lean muscle mass right. In order to do that, you need to feed your muscles properly. So how I go out there and do it is I aim for around 1.2 grams per 1 pound of the desired weight that I want to be at. So let's say, for example, I go out there and I want to be 150 pounds. So I multiply that by 1.2. And that's actually around 180 grams of protein. You guys see how that works? So one day my goal is to get that done. And I'll give you examples of what you can do and what you can eat, okay? Number two, when it comes to your carbs, okay? You need some carbs, definitely to survive, but you want to keep this low. If you're not exercising, aim for less than 50 grams a day, okay? That's like an apple or two, okay? It's not too much. You want to avoid dry rice, breads, all that type of stuff, dry carbs, okay? If you are exercising, you're gonna need a little bit more energy, so aim to keep it under 100 grams of carbs a day, okay? And once again, I'll give you examples of what all these can be. Follow the Slenderiiz approved food list. Fat, keep it low, all right? Very simple. And aim for 2 cups of vegetables. Best if they're leafy greens like spinach, things like that, okay? Why? You need to go out there, you need your fiber, or else I'm telling you, it won't be the most enjoyable experience, all right? Last, and probably one of the most important, is you're gonna be losing fat, but you need to flush it out. Aim for at least 1 gallon of water a day, okay? You need to. Why? Because I've had clients before that told me, James, I'm not losing weight. Why am I not losing weight? They're following everything else, and ask them, how much water do you drink? They say, oh, a couple cups. And I tell them, drink a gallon. And the moment they drink a gallon, the next day they drop a couple pounds. All right, you need water to go out there and really filter out your body, okay? So let me give you some examples of what you can do in a day to go out there and actually hit these marks. Protein, let's talk about that. One thing that I like to do is, number one, I always like to have at least 1 Pure Nourish shake a day. This has, if you take a look at this, in 1 serving, 10 grams of carbs, and has 15 grams of protein, which is not bad. All right, I like the fiber in here as well too. Another thing that I like, if you got the package, is the Power Boost. Dude, I can't leave my day without this. First of all, it tastes freaking good, but it's also very good for you. This only has, what, 6 grams of carbs. So in a day, you can have 2 shakes. Something that I do is I'll have a shake in the morning and a shake at night. Just do the math yourself. Okay? If you want to make your shake even more tasty, go out there and you can actually have unsweetened almond milk. Oh man, this thing tastes like a milkshake, man. It tastes amazing and it's pretty low in carbs. This has less than 1 gram of carb per cup. That's pretty good. Okay? Outside of that, what about everything else? I like to keep it nice and simple. I like to have a couple staple sources of protein. I'm talking about chicken, turkey, you got things like salmon, lean proteins, right? You can have ground beef, stuff like that, but it's a little bit higher in fat. Take a look at this, the Slenderiiz approved food list. Personally, I like chicken. I bulk buy chicken breast and I just bake it, all right? You can also get things like ground turkey. It's very lean, but it has a a lot of protein in there as well too. I'm telling you this, it's a lot of food. If you want to eat 180 grams of protein, you're going to have to eat 3 whole chicken breasts. So I'm telling you, you're not going to be hungry. If you're doing this properly, you shouldn't be hungry. When it comes to cooking your food, avoid things like pretty much any type of oil. I personally like to use coconut oil because it's very healthy for you, good fats and everything. When it comes to seasonings, stay away from anything with salt. Avoid sodium because that retains water and it's going to go out to prevent you from losing weight. Okay? So this is a nice little salt-free garlic and herb seasoning blend. Okay? They're very good. Okay? So you got all that going on. It turns out, if you want to see, in a day, if you want to see what I can eat, here are 2 chicken breasts. This is in my own personal fridge. 2 chicken breasts. This is around 120 grams of protein. Alright? Made with a little bit of coconut oil. Seasoned with non-salted seasoning. On top of that, in one day, I will eat 2 of these shakes. Also, this is what my wife eats because she likes different flavors than me. She likes eggs, she likes that ground turkey and everything. So I'll show you guys what it is that we made here. You can tell we've been eating it. This is ground turkey, spinach, she likes to add it all together, plus eggs. Eggs are a great protein source. A little bit higher in fat, but if you have a couple a day, it's not going to be a big deal. Now, what else is here besides your Slenderiiz program? You also have, if you got the clinical package or these other packages, I would recommend to go out there and get things like Restorix or Detox, okay? Omega Q, your fish oil, which is good for healthy fats. Vitamins and minerals. I've seen people lose weight by just using vitamins and minerals because their cells are nourished. And then also, if you want to be happy and energetic, Rejuvenex, this will keep your metabolism up, keep you real happy, alright? One other tip, avoid sauce. Avoid sauce. You'd be surprised how many extra calories are in your sauces out there. You can use lemon to go out there and really season your stuff, okay? But have fun with it. Another tip that I would have is stay strict the first 5 days, okay? Just try it for 5 days. Keep it simple, alright? I like to make it bulk so that I don't have to guess at it. I like to pre-package it, meal prep, things like that. I'm telling you, keep it strict for 5 days. Just give that to yourself. Go hit your goal, and then from there, kind of explore a little bit more. But just give yourself 5 days, alright guys? One more thing, again, water. If you're using a Purity water filtration, you want to be drinking 8 of these a day. You're going to feel like a fish, man, I'm telling you. It's crazy. But what? It's going to be so important. Since I've been using the Slenderiiz program, every day I drink at least a gallon a day. It has changed my life, okay? I can't stress enough though, guys. I'm telling you, it's very simple. Have fun with it, okay? Experiment. But I'm telling you, let me give you this challenge. Just stick with it 5 days. Don't worry about the month. Don't worry about 2 weeks. Just worry about 5 days. Can you afford to change your lifestyle for just 5 days if that's going to get you the dream body that you want? The weight loss that you want? Is 5 days really that long? How many 5 days have we been through in our entire lives? And why? Because I've seen so many people, they think, oh my god, it's going to be so hard. After 5 days, they drop like 7 pounds, 10 pounds, 3 pounds. And once you see that progress, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be addicted. But if you start cheating from the beginning, man, I'm telling you, you're going to feel really bad about yourself, alright? Just 5 days straight, give that to yourself. And I'm telling you this, you're going to be on track to hitting your goals.